Hey Patriots fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved New England Patriots. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. This way, you'll stay updated and never miss any breaking news or exclusive content. It started as a whisper, the kind of thing that spreads through message boards and late-night sports talk like wildfire. Christian McCaffrey, the face of the San Francisco 49ers offensive machine, the engine behind Kyle Shanahan's brilliant scheme, could be leaving. Fans laughed at first. How could the 49ers let go of a player who seemed tailor-made for their system? But then came the cryptic tweets, the vague posts from insiders, and suddenly, what sounded impossible started to feel real. The rumor gained momentum after McCaffrey was spotted at a Boston hotel, just days before trade deadlines were about to close. No one wanted to believe it, but every camera phone in New England was pointed at that lobby, hoping to catch a glimpse. The idea of McCaffrey wearing Patriots colors was almost cinematic, a player of finesse and explosion joining a franchise defined by grit and legacy. Fans wondered, could this be Bill Belichick's grand final act, his attempt to rebuild a dynasty before fading into NFL mythology? The noise around the league grew too loud to ignore, and insiders began hinting that something seismic was brewing. By the time ESPN picked it up, the sports world was holding its collective breath. Then it happened. The alert flashed across phones, timelines exploded, and disbelief turned to shock. Christian McCaffrey was no longer a 49er. The Patriots had pulled the trigger on a trade that instantly redefined the balance of power in the AFC. The details were stunning. New England sent multiple high picks and a promising young defender to San Francisco in exchange for the league's most dynamic dual-threat running back. It was a move that felt both reckless and genius, depending on who you asked. The 49ers, seemingly unstoppable just weeks before, suddenly had a hole in their armor, while the Patriots, once struggling to find offensive identity, had found a new face for their future. McCaffrey himself broke his silence with a simple post, a photo of a Patriots jersey captioned "New Chapter." Within minutes, it was the most shared image in sports media. In Foxborough, fans lost their minds. The idea of McCaffrey taking handoffs under the crisp New England air, cutting through defenders like he did in Santa Clara, suddenly didn't feel like fantasy anymore. It felt like destiny rewriting itself. The press conference the next morning was pure theater. McCaffrey walked in wearing a dark suit, calm as ever, with that mix of professionalism and quiet fire that has always defined him. Reporters packed the room, microphones angled forward like spears, all waiting for his first words. "I've always respected what this organization stands for," he said, glancing briefly at the Patriots logo behind him. "Winning, discipline, legacy. I'm ready to add to that." Bill Belichick stood beside him, his expression unreadable, though some swore they saw a hint of satisfaction in his rare smile. The questions poured in. Why leave San Francisco? What went wrong? What did he expect from this new chapter? But McCaffrey dodged specifics, focusing instead on the challenge ahead. "It's football," he said. "Different colors, same game." Yet, behind the scenes, insiders whispered of tension in the 49ers locker room, of contract talks that soured, of creative differences with Shanahan. Whether true or not, the narrative had taken shape. McCaffrey wasn't just changing teams. He was rewriting the story of two franchises in one move. In San Francisco, the mood was somber. Players took to social media with cryptic messages, broken heart emojis, business is business posts, and subtle farewells that told more than official statements ever could. Deebo Samuel posted a photo of himself and McCaffrey laughing after a game, captioned simply, "Family forever." Shanahan, for his part, tried to keep composure during his media session, insisting that the move was mutual and in the best interest of both sides. But his eyes told a different story. The chemistry between McCaffrey and the Niners' offense had been electric, the kind of synergy coaches spend decades chasing. Losing him wasn't just a tactical loss. It was emotional. For fans, it felt like waking up from a dream too soon, one where a Super Bowl parade was just around the corner. Now, The future seemed uncertain, as if a key piece of their identity had been traded away. "We'll adapt," Shanahan said, though the words sounded more like hope than confidence. Meanwhile, in New England, energy surged like it hadn't in years. The Patriots fan base, long starving for a superstar to rally behind after Brady's departure, suddenly had someone to believe in again. Merchandise sales exploded overnight. McCaffrey jerseys sold out within hours, and ticket prices for home games spiked to record highs. Local sports radio couldn't get enough of it, analysts dissecting every possible angle. How would McCaffrey fit into the Patriots system? Could he thrive under Belichick's notoriously rigid structure? Was this the spark the team needed to reclaim their old dominance? Even former players chimed in, some calling it a perfect marriage of styles, others warning that New England's system might suffocate his creativity. But fans didn't care about schemes or doubts. They cared about magic, and McCaffrey brought plenty of it. For the first time in years, Foxborough buzzed with genuine anticipation, that rare electricity that only comes when greatness feels close enough to touch. The transition, however, was not without tension. Reports began surfacing about how quickly McCaffrey could adjust to the Patriots' notoriously complex playbook. Belichick's offense was less about improvisation and more about precision. Every step, every cut, every route had to be perfect. Yet McCaffrey's intelligence and work ethic were never in doubt. Teammates described him as a machine, staying late after practice, studying film until midnight, and running drills long after others had gone home. "He wants to be great here," one coach said anonymously. But it wasn't just about fitting in. It was about redefining what this new Patriots era could look like. With a fresh quarterback still finding his rhythm and a fan base desperate for an identity, McCaffrey wasn't just joining a team. He was becoming its centerpiece. If anyone could handle that pressure, it was him. Still, whispers of skepticism lingered. Could one player, no matter how gifted, truly change the fate of a franchise that had been lost in transition for years? Weeks passed, and the story evolved from shock to intrigue. Training camp footage leaked online, showing McCaffrey slicing through defenders during scrimmages, his movements sharp, his balance flawless. The Patriots' offense looked more fluid, more dangerous. Suddenly, the once criticized roster had rhythm again. Belichick, known for his stoic demeanor, was reportedly glowing with quiet satisfaction during practices, offering rare nods of approval. It wasn't just that McCaffrey was good, it was that he made everyone around him better. Receivers found more space, the offensive line looked more confident, and even the young quarterback started playing with poise unseen before. "He elevates the room," one veteran said. The first preseason game became a national event. Fans tuned in from coast to coast, waiting to see how McCaffrey would look in that crisp navy blue jersey. His first carry went for 25 yards, a juke, a burst, a flash of brilliance. The crowd erupted. That single play confirmed what many had suspected. This wasn't hype. This was transformation in motion. But as always, the NFL is never a fairy tale for long. By the fourth game, the pressure started mounting. Defenses keyed in on McCaffrey, stacking the box, daring the Patriots to beat them through the air. The offense sputtered at times, and media narratives shifted quickly from praise to panic. Is New England wasting McCaffrey's prime? Headlines screamed. Can Belichick evolve his system? Became the hot debate on every sports show. McCaffrey, however, remained composed. In post-game interviews, he spoke of patience, of process, of believing in the long-term plan. "It's about building trust," he said calmly, brushing off speculation. But behind that poise, some insiders claimed there was frustration brewing. Rumors of disagreements over play calling, whispers of tension between Belichick's staff and McCaffrey's preferred style. Whether real or exaggerated, the story gained traction. Every move, every word, every sideline expression became a headline. Yet even through the noise, McCaffrey kept producing, kept grinding, his numbers solid, his effort unquestionable. He was, as always, the professional every coach dreams of. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. By December, something had shifted. The Patriots weren't just winning. They were believing again. Every game felt like a statement. Every drive a declaration that the dynasty's spirit wasn't dead, only dormant. McCaffrey, meanwhile, seemed rejuvenated, as if the challenge itself had reignited his competitive fire. His connection with the quarterback grew deeper, their timing sharper, their chemistry undeniable. Reporters began calling them the new Brady-Gronk dynamic, a comparison that once would have been unthinkable. McCaffrey brushed it off with humility, but fans embraced the idea. In Boston bars and living rooms, they began to dream again, not just of playoffs, but of something bigger. It's that magic, one fan told a reporter, that old Patriots magic. And while the 49ers watched from afar, struggling to recapture the spark they'd lost, the irony wasn't lost on anyone. The man they'd traded away was now the cornerstone of another team's revival. The story had come full circle, and the NFL world couldn't stop watching. Still, as playoff time approached, questions loomed. Could McCaffrey handle the physical toll of Belichick's demanding workload? Could the Patriots' offense hold up against powerhouse defenses? Every game felt like a test, every mistake magnified. McCaffrey, though, remained unshaken. His preparation was legendary. Film sessions stretching late into the night, recovery routines that impressed even the most disciplined teammates. He's obsessed, a trainer said. Every rep matters. That obsession began to rub off on the entire roster. Practices grew sharper, focus tighter, belief stronger. It wasn't just about football anymore. It was about culture. McCaffrey had done what few thought possible. He had changed the DNA of the New England Patriots. From a team searching for identity to one embodying unity, his presence had reignited something ancient in the franchise. Even Belichick, notoriously cold to praise, admitted in a press conference, "He's everything we hoped for." And with that, the league knew this wasn't a fluke. This was the rebirth of a contender. When the season finally ended, the Patriots stood taller than anyone expected. They didn't win the Super Bowl. Not yet, but they went further than most believed possible. In doing so, rekindled a dynasty's heartbeat. McCaffrey walked off the field that final night under the snowy lights of Foxborough, helmet in hand, applause echoing around him. He smiled, not out of satisfaction, but out of hunger. "We're just getting started," he told a reporter, and the words carried a promise. For New England fans, it felt like déjà vu, like watching the dawn of another legendary era. For the 49ers, it was a bittersweet reminder of what they'd lost. In the end, McCaffrey's move wasn't just a trade. It was a turning point, a moment that reshaped the NFL landscape. One man, two franchises, and a ripple effect that would be felt for years. The legend of Christian McCaffrey in Patriots colors had only just begun, and if history has taught us anything, it's that the league should never underestimate the power of a new chapter written in Foxborough. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.